All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night, whenever you're watching this. So, anyway, we're going to do a short Bible study here on Jesus. A lot of folks out there claim because Jesus didn't put himself on the same level as God that he wasn't God while he was here on earth. So, let's dig into this a little bit. Okay, so in Matthew 24, verse 36, it says, "No one knows about the day or hour, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." So I did a Bible study and I kind of used that passage before to talk about this. But we're going to go into another verse that seems to be a juxtaposition. Anyway, look at me trying to use big words. But this other verse is actually in Acts, and this is in Acts chapter 1, verse 7. He said to them, being Jesus, "It is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has set by his own authority, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and all Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." So I had seen another YouTuber talking about this and saying that when he was speaking in Matthew, he really did know, and his rationale is that because he says in Acts that it's not for the disciples to know, it's for God to know, and so that Jesus really did know. And I don't agree. I believe that Jesus didn't. I believe Jesus didn't know, and the reason for that is because I believe that Jesus was limited. And I talked about this in the other video, and here in Hebrews 2:9, it says this about Jesus: "But we see Jesus, who is made a little lower than the angels, now crowned with glory and honor, because he suffered death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone." So I believe that not only was Jesus limited on earth because he had to be able to be tempted by Satan. God can't be tempted. The Bible tells us that. He had to feel pain. An invisible God that has no weaknesses can't feel pain, so he had to come in human flesh, and he had to experience death. God couldn't die, so Jesus had to make himself lower. He had to come to earth in a physical body, and that is why when Jesus doesn't claim to be on the same level as God while he was on earth, that was the reason, because he wasn't. He said the Father is greater, but he did say I and the Father are one. Jesus did claim deity. He did say, "I am." He during his trial with Pilate, he finally, said, "It is what you say." He agreed with him that he claimed to be the king, and so Jesus is God. He was God in heaven, God on earth, and now he is in heaven again as the King of all kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am. And Jesus, if you read the Gospels, he made that abundantly clear. Now, when I read some of these passages to my son at night, he kind of questions, well, why did Jesus not be so obvious about his godship? Well, at the beginning of his ministry, if he kind of came out of the gate going, "I'm God," everybody's going to be like, "You're crazy and you're going to be killed." And so Jesus, as obviously as smart as he was, took his time to reveal his power through miracles, through his wisdom, through forgiveness, through all the acts that he did while he was on earth. And then eventually, when he knew it was his time, he made very, very bold statements that the Jewish synagogue leaders were not happy about and wanted him crucified. And so it was because of his wisdom that he held back. He didn't want his exact identity known right off the bat. And so he revealed it over time. And there's even a passage where the disciples are like, now we understand. Now you're speaking clearly. You're not speaking in parables. And maybe we'll get into that in a different Bible study down the way. Anyway, I hope that clears things up. Clear as mud, right? All right. Well, take care. God bless. And I hope you have a wonderful day.